Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. The first one is Samson Dauda with his physique update at 7 weeks out of Mr. Olympia. And I paused the video right here at this moment before he actually starts posing because I have a point to make. Now, if you guys watch my video, Samson Dauda versus Andrew Jacked, you guys know that I feel like Samson is gonna win against Andrew Jacked, and probably the number one reason for that would be like the thickness of the physique, but mainly the freaking hamstrings. The hamstrings from the side and from the back. Take a look at these freaking hamstrings right here. Andrew Jacked does not look like this, just standing there relaxed. It's not even close. Take a look at these freaking hamstrings, man. They are so freaking thick. It's crazy. This guy has so much muscle basically everywhere at this point, and Andrew still has, some homework to do in terms of growing the muscle. But if Samson misses with the conditioning, then Andrew can beat him. But is that gonna happen? Because let's watch the rest of this video. This is arguably the most conditioned Samson has ever been, like even on stage. I mean, I think this is probably potentially better conditioning than the Arnold Classic 2024. I mean, if he did a peak week, if he took the stuff to harden up, if he did a little dehydration, and basically if he peaked for the show, I think he would probably be more conditioned than he ever was. This is actually looking like, pretty solid conditioning, right? I mean, he's not yet in the condition that Andrew Jacked brought to the Texas Pro stage, but if Samson continues at this pace, conditioning-wise, he can be that lean in like 3 or 4 weeks. And there is 7 weeks to go until the Mr. Olympia. Now, there is, of course, a possibility that his conditioning is gonna stall from this point on, but I doubt it, honestly. I doubt that because I feel like Samson has something to prove this year. I think it's all about him, honestly. I don't think it's that much about who is coaching him. I think it's all about how driven, how willing he is to go to that extreme, to that dark place, and to truly push for insane conditioning. And at this point, he has all the muscle he needs. Like 2 years ago, for example, at the Mr. Olympia, if he was really conditioned, he probably wouldn't be top 5 or top 6, whatever he was. So at this point, he can afford to even lose some muscle because at this point, I think he is the biggest bodybuilder in the world right now. I'm pretty sure he is, along with Nick Walker. So I feel like he can go to that point where he can maybe lose some of the fullness, but if he gets to that next level conditioning, it's lights out. It's lights out for everyone, basically. And here's a comparison that he made. So the photo on the left is 10 days from the Arnold Classic 2024, and that's without doing a peak week, without dehydrating. And the photo on the right is actually from 9 weeks out of this year's Mr. Olympia, and now he's 7 weeks out, and now he's more conditioned than here. But even if you compare these two shots, so 10 days out of the Arnold Classic and 9 weeks out of the Mr. Olympia, I mean, was he really any leaner, any drier? I mean, the lighting is different, not the same, but very similar. The shadow is dropping pretty much the same way. I mean, maybe the photo on the right is sharpened up a little bit more, but that's pretty much it. And again, it is 9 weeks out. 9 freaking weeks out. And right now, at 7 weeks out, he is definitely sharper than 9 weeks out. So things are moving in the right direction. Things are changing. His body is definitely responding well. I just really hope that he's not like already at 0 carbs or stuff like that, like super low carbs and high cardio. I hope he has like more tools on his disposal, like to increase cardio, to lower the food, to add some fat burners. If that is the case, and if his conditioning is like this at 7 weeks out, this looks very promising. But we'll keep an eye on Samson. We'll see what he's gonna look like in another week, another 2 weeks. Maybe he's gonna stop progressing, but I don't think so. I feel like this is the year. I believe this is the year that Samson is going to finally bring it, finally nail it, prove something to the people, and, win the Mr. Olympia. Now, we also got a little clip on Andrew Jack's story. It's nothing special, but when I saw this, I was thinking, well, it looks like Andrew now is sort of having the size and the thickness that Samson has. He's not quite there yet, but he's taller. But right now, I mean, he definitely does have some pretty freaking crazy thickness, especially in the arms and shoulders and like upper body. But those hamstrings are definitely still an issue. However, he definitely did make a ton of progress. He grew a lot of muscle, and I feel like he definitely has a chance of being a top 3 Olympian. But I definitely don't have Samson out of top 3. I'm sure Samson is gonna be at least top 3, maybe first, as far as Andrew Jack, maybe top 3 as well. But that means that either Hadi or Derek need to be 4th, which is, I don't know how likely that is to happen, but yeah, Andrew is also freaking amazing, don't get me wrong, guys, but I just don't see him winning the Mr. Olympia as of yet, and as long as Samson brings similar conditioning to what Andrew brought to the Texas Pro stage, I feel like Samson is beating Andrew, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see it on stage once they stand one next to another, but as of right now, that's the way I see it. And I'm also thinking, watching this, it must feel so liberating for Andrew to finally be able to wear like sleeveless t-shirts and not wear those freaking hoodies during this crazy hot summer, even there in Dubai. But yeah, finally he showed us his physique, and now he can wear whatever he wants in the gym. Alright, so the next thing is very interesting as well. It's basically Nick Walker addressing the haters, let's put it that way. So he's talking about how he doesn't like that everybody is counting him out. People are saying most people actually don't have Nick placing above that 5th spot. A lot of people actually have him in their top 5, but not higher than 5th. Some people even have him out of top 5. Everybody, pretty much. If you guys follow podcasts and other channels, everybody in their prediction is having Nick Walker like 5th best case scenario. And he says that he likes to be the underdog, that he proved himself many times, but it's still not enough. And yeah, I feel like he's gonna be more motivated now that he doesn't have that much pressure on him, and also that people don't have super high expectations. So I feel like Nick can surprise, but it's really difficult to put him, higher than 5th at a Mr. Olympia. When you think about it, like, it's difficult to put him above Samson Dauda, above Andrew Jack, above Hadi and Derek. It's very, very difficult. But I feel like when people are putting him in that 5th or like out of top 5, it's not always because people feel like he is not very good. It's because they're comparing him to the other guys. If you look at Nick alone, you would probably think, yeah, this bodybuilder can be top 3 in the world. But when you say top 3, you need to think, can he beat Derek? He never beat him before. Can he beat Hadi? That never happened either. Can he beat Samson? He was beating Samson before Samson became Samson. Can he beat Andrew? Yeah, he beat him in 2023, but now we have a completely new Andrew Jack. And after what he brought to the New York Pro stage, it was a little bit underwhelming. I mean, the waist issue, the stomach issue was, problematic. So again, it's very difficult to put him higher than 5th this year. But if you look at his physique and him alone, you would probably think that he is top 3. And does it really matter who is he going against? If he's really that good, he will place very high. It doesn't matter who is he going against. So, personally, I feel like that top 5, anything is possible. I don't know what to think. I have opinions, and sometime soon I'll make a prediction video, but right now, honestly, anything is possible. And me personally, I'm not counting Nick out. No, definitely not. I feel like he can still do some serious damage, but a lot of people don't really feel that way, and I understand why. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below. Alright, now the next update is very interesting, I would have to say, because it's John Jewett. And after John Jewett won the Vancouver Pro, I was like, it was a weak show. This guy, yeah, he qualified for the Open, but he's gonna probably be dead last or something like that. But, now, after seeing what he looks like right now at 7 weeks out, 12 pounds up from Vancouver, I'm actually starting to think that, it's actually possible that John Jewett cracks the top 10. Take a look at this. This is looking really freaky. I feel like if he stepped on the stage looking exactly like this, Exactly like this, with his same conditioning, with his fullness, just with some tan on and some glaze, I think he would look really freaking good on that stage. And again, he's 12 pounds up and it's very visible. You can definitely see that he looks much, much bigger now. And his conditioning, I don't think it's any worse than it was on the stage. Can he be drier? Maybe in the lower back, maybe glutes, but like not that much, honestly. Not much. He's very close in condition to what he was on Vancouver Pro stage. And he's 12 freaking pounds heavier, which is insane. On his frame, at his height. And on top of all that muscularity that he already has going on. Look at his freaking most muscular. I mean, there are flaws, obvious flaws that he has, like, I would say especially his quads, from the front. Not from the side. His legs from the side are phenomenal, and from the back as well. But like quads from the front, I would say his midsection as well, like the belly button. There's something wrong with it. So, and overall, like his structure, not the prettiest, but a ton of muscle, really good conditioning, crazy hardness and graininess, and now he actually looks freaking massive. Like he's gonna be one of the freakiest guy. In that top 10. I'm not saying he can be like top 6 or something like that. No. But maybe top 10. Maybe top 10 actually. What do you guys think? Do you think that's possible? I mean, top 10 this year is extremely difficult to achieve, but I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, this is looking really impressive. It's probably more impressive than like Tony Burton, who was 8th last year at the Mr. Olympia. So I don't know, but whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this, guys, stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon, guys. All the best and bye-bye.